Yeah, that's because I want you to see it. Yeah, that's because I want you to see it.
So many of us have a dream of living debt and mortgage free, but in order to make that a reality, it sometimes requires some really out-of-the-box thinking. And that is exactly what this next couple have done by building an incredible home out of shipping containers. Hi Jamie, how's it going?
Good.
Lovely to meet you. G'day
Nice to
Dave.
meet you.
How's it going, mate?
Dave?
This container home is just so cool. What was it that inspired you to build a shipping container home?
We want to be mortgage free.
And Dave has always been in metalwork, and so we thought, how hard is it to stick a couple containers together? It's like Legos, right? Right.
And you did this whole project as a DIY build, didn't you?
Yes, the plumbing, the electrical, all the substructure, welding, there's so many things.
It's completely permitted, so we went through all the steps with our county to get it to have an occupancy permit at the end of it. That was our goal, is to do it completely on the grid.
And was the county on board with that?
Completely. They totally helped us out. We were like the first ones to do this crazy new kind of a home in their county, and they were like, gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
So they made it happen for us like in record time.
You mentioned before that a big part of doing this project was the desire to be mortgage free. Can you tell me where you were before starting this home?
Daily grind. I mean,
Yes.
you're stuck in that rut with everybody else, you know? I know we can do something different. I think we can make this happen. What do you think? Let's go down this path. Let's just try it out.
Yeah, we were living in a condo in Kalama after we remodeled the house in Vancouver, so it gave us a little nest egg to start our project. We were able to purchase the land, and we had a nest egg, about $50,000 to start our build. What we didn't realize is to turn on the water is $10,000, to turn on the electricity is $9,000, to put in a septic is $12,000, and to purchase our containers, and we were almost out of money before we started, but you can't get a conventional loan on these kind of builds. And so we just went to work every day And we worked on this project Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every day for 10 months. And we just worked hard, and it's paid off.
Yeah, we've been
And
blessed
we
with
made it up here mortgage-free.
having enough money to do it all.
Well, congratulations on that, because this really is such a tremendous accomplishment.
Thank you.
Now, before we talk too much about the container, I also want to talk about your property. This is just beautiful.
There's a lot of work.
A friend told us when we first purchased the property and he drove in and he stood at the top of it, he said, someday this is going to be your own private Garden of Eden. And it really has evolved that way. We love it. You don't have to go anywhere when this is your home.
And you can walk out your front door and boom, there's our garden, right?
Yeah.
And then the container house, what size is this?
There's a 40-footer on the bottom and a 20-footer on the top.
So it's 406 finished square feet, but it fits everything that we need.
And I really like the design and what you've done here by stacking them one on top of the other and creating this incredible deck on the top.
Outdoor living space is so important when you're living tiny. It really has made it more sustainable for us. Like Dave likes to tease, sometimes you have to go outside just to change your mind. And so
Yeah.
that there are times when that is the truth. So it is nice. That's one reason, we've had this passion to grow out the property and landscape it so that it was an enjoyable place, not only in the house, but outside the house too.
And so what was the process of building this home together like?
We did it overcoming a lot of obstacles and challenges. We got our containers delivered, we cut out all the windows, we got them craned in onto our foundation, and we were in the process of finishing out our structural welding, our railing. And about midway through that process, Dave had a major brain bleed. It was called an intracranial hemorrhage. It was spontaneous. There was no known underlying effect. Dave called me and said, something is wrong, I can't feel my arm. And so I instantly came driving home, and when I got here, he was about halfway up the driveway, and as soon as I pulled up, I could tell by the way his face was that he'd had a stroke or a seizure or something. And I walk up to him, and I'm gonna cry. He falls into my arms, and he said, I was waiting for you before I went to sleep. And the doctor said if he'd gone to sleep, we wouldn't have this recovery because his brain would have shut down, and the way his bleed was, he wouldn't have survived it. And we had our fifth wheel here at the time. It would have been very easy for him to
I was
just
like, man, I
lay
just
down
need
and
to
go to
lay
sleep.
down for a little bit, I'll be fine.
But it was funny, he's laying in the hospital bed right before they life flighted him for surgery, and he whispered, barely, but he whispered, I don't have time for this. We're building a house.
Right.
And I just
didn't have
kept
time
thinking,
for that.
it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And so the prognosis was very, very poor, the kind of bleed he'd had and where it was at in his brain. It was so poor that they didn't even want to do surgery because it was so deep. They were afraid of the more damage that they would do. So it was a watch and wait kind of thing. I did not leave his room or his side for 5 days. I mean, I took care of him. I slept in the ICU bed with him. This was my best friend, and this was not the way that our story was supposed to go. By the end of the first week having him home, I had him into 5 different therapy appointments, and we worked around the clock for 3 months to reestablish his speech, his
And
feeling, physical
aspects
therapy.
of it, yeah.
His therapist actually used our deck and the stairs as part of his therapy to learn the cognitive problem-solving part again, the dexterity with his fingers, the feeling and sensation with the screws and the drill. So it was scary for me to watch him using power tools when he couldn't.
It was almost therapeutic.
It
in a
was,
way.
and it gave him a purpose and a reason to get out of bed every day and a reason to get up off the couch. And so
and
it slowed us down, but
it
oh my
did,
goodness,
but
it made
we
us so
still
strong.
managed to finish it off in
We did.
10 months.
We did. We finished the project still in 10 months and stronger and more appreciative of every single minute. And it helped us to understand that you have to find joy in the small things. Joy is not ever present. You choose to be joyful in the midst of the turmoil.
That really is such an incredible story. I'm so happy to see that you've recovered so well, and that I can really understand that that must have been horrendously scary for you. What I love about that story is that this house got to be part of your recovery story as well.
Yeah, especially right after that stroke, that helped me regain all those nerves inside that tells me, the connections that your brain makes to your body,
Yes.
So it helped tremendously.
Congratulations, that is a tremendous accomplishment.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Well, you've done such a great job with this home. I really love unique look of it from the exterior, and I'm very excited to see what you've done inside. Can we take a look?
Let's take a look.
Come on, welcome to our home.
Thank you very much. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the style of your home.
Thank you. It's really just our own style, a little bit of everything that makes up who we are. Pictures of our kids, and Dave likes to get me succulents as a little gift, and so I love them. They're small, they work in our space. My grandmother loved owls, and that's something I've held on to for forever, and so it's just us.
The floor is definitely a feature. I really like this.
Thank you. This was a rough one for me. We bought the floor thinking that it would contrast really well with our hickory cabinets. And when we initially put it in, there was nothing else in the space, and I cried.
She literally cried about it. She's like, "This is the ugliest floor ever."
So
Really? You didn't
horrible.
like
it? It was
I
like,
didn't
this is
like
the
it at
worst. I
all.
can't
I was
believe you
so
did this.
disappointed,
Не,
but it has
доброе,
grown on
не
me, and
больнично.
so I love it. And we live in the woods, and we live with
Выходной.
rock, and it really has held up pretty well.
And tell me about the design of your lounge.
Чё, как у
I know that
тебя?
a lot of tiny homes have built-ins, which are awesome for the storage, but I really wanted a more contemporary look in our home, and so we went to a lot of furniture stores with a tape measure looking for one that would fit our tiny space and make all the tolerances between, in the door, into the kitchen. And
Хотел
so we found it, we love
на
it. It's a
FB
nice place to
постримить.
curl up in the
Там,
fall and
короче,
the winter
эксклюзивно
with a
надо стримить,
fireplace
только
and
там,
enjoy some time
получается.
And then your kitchen
Типа,
is
чтобы
really
ребята
lovely.
посмотрели на
It's actually
работе.
very big for a small house, isn't it?
It is. I personally don't like to do a lot of cooking,
Ну,
but
это
I want
главное.
to be
Ты
able to have the
выспался
space.
вообще? Потому
And
что я
so
видел, ты там в
this
час
is
что-то.
our dining room area, and
в
we
эфир
actually
выходил.
can feed and seat 6 people in here. It's cozy, but we can have all the kids over for dinner. And it is a long galley-sized kitchen, but we have full-size appliances all the way through, and a dishwasher. We really don't lack for anything that we didn't have in our typical size house.
And then these granite countertops, they're a definite touch of luxury, aren't they?
They are. We did learn through the process that when you do things on a smaller scale, you can go with higher end finishes because you only have to buy them in a small quantity.
Yeah.
And so we did, very nice cabinets, countertops, and stainless steel appliances.
And then that's your bathroom through there, is it?
Yes,
It is.
Can we have a look at that?
All right.
Absolutely. So when we were taking inventory of the things that were important to us, we knew that a big bathroom where we had room to be in here together, to turn around, to get dressed, to have some clothes storage was really important to us. We went with the pedestal sink so it wasn't wall to wall to wall cabinetry. Yeah, and the shower, actually, Dave built that, and it was also part of his recovery from his stroke. So
Yeah, all the towel work.
it was a long, slow process, but he did a good job.
Ну,
And then these are kitchen
стримил
cabinets
типа
that we
дофига,
just
всё
stacked on
полночи?
top of each other. And
Или
this
как?
is Dave's closet, and yeah, we have tons of storage in here. So everything's working just like a home.
Yeah.
And then what's through the back door here?
So into the closet here, for code, we had to have a closet for our single bedroom. And so this is closet on our blueprint. Now it really is a closet. So nice. We have our pantry. I've been doing a lot of canning, but also my space. Prior to that,
You notice her closet is a little bit bigger than mine. Did you guys notice that?
prior
Just
to
a
this,
little bit.
Yeah.
this was where our son lived, our youngest, when we first moved in. So we had room for a twin size bed, a dresser, a TV. But since now he's a full size man, then we've moved him up into the shop. But this was plenty of room for him. So, it was like a 2-bedroom house and it worked good. But now it's nice to have the extra space. You can kind of declutter the rest of the areas because it can all be organized in here.
And then can we take a look at the upstairs?
Absolutely.
All right.
Now, this spiral staircase, that is quite a feature, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty steep, but it tucks back into this space so perfectly. We had some storage underneath of it we weren't expecting. It was, an
didn't
extra
factor
cool
it in.
thing.
Well, let's check out the next container on top. This
Ну,
is
какие планы у
really
тебя?
cool. Being high up as
Блин,
well,
вот
you
такой
have
дом,
such a
короче,
beautiful
nice
view of
тема,
the forest from
на
this room,
самом
don't
деле.
you?
We do. We actually put the bird feeders right out the window here so you can see the birds in the morning.
Yeah, we definitely do feel like we are tucked in the woods right here. So again, when we were taking inventory of the things that were important to us, a bedroom that we could stand up in, that we could somewhat walk around in, was really important to us.
And this is a queen size bed up here?
Queen size bed. We did have some challenges. We couldn't find nightstands, so Dave built these for me. But we have a seasonal creek right outside our bedroom window, and so in the fall and the winter and the spring, we get to lay there and listen to the creek And yeah, we love it up here.
And you've got a lovely area over here with the seat, and of course there's the TV up here.
Yes, so I wanted a little space where I could read, where I could write a bit, and actually I don't use it that often because we spend so much time outside and doing other things, but it is nice to have the option here. The only time we watch TV is when we're laying in bed, but it's nice to be able to just zone out and do things like normal people in big houses do sometimes, and so we do enjoy that, you know, creature comforts even though we're living tiny.
And then through here we've got the deck. Can we take a look at that?
Yes. So when
Хочу
we
щас
were
добавляю.
building our container and we wanted to put the 20-footer on top of our 40-footer, we didn't want to lose any of our available living space, so we built a deck out here
Chat
off our
box.
master bedroom. And it is just a little piece of heaven out here, sitting up here, having morning coffee, having dinner in the evenings. We just love looking over our valley.
The view from up here is absolutely majestic.
Yes, it is. We feel very blessed.
How long have you been living in the home now?
Just about 3.5 years.
About 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And how are you
3.5
finding the
years.
space has actually worked out for you?
I think it's been a learning
Так,
process
попробуем сейчас
right
что-нибудь
from the
написать.
beginning to where we're at right now.
Интересно,
And
по
I think
идее
it's
должно
been
работать.
something that we would probably not change.
And it wasn't what we were expecting. Our vision was to just get up here mortgage-free, building
Right.
tiny seemed like the way to do that. And I think it's exceeded our expectations on a lot of levels. It's introduced us to a healthier lifestyle, a simpler lifestyle, you know, a lifestyle where we can have time and energy and resources to do other things that are really important to us. And so, yeah, I wouldn't go back and change anything either.
We're off the treadmill. We don't need more stuff. We got rid of all of our stuff to make this happen.
Yeah.
And we don't want it back.
So obviously a huge part of the reasoning behind
Я там,
why you
кстати,
did this
поставил, у
project
меня
was to
запись
stay
была.
mortgage and debt free. So what was the final budget for this project?
I'd say total we have probably about 80.
Yeah, about $175 a square foot, us doing it all by ourselves.
I think 80,000 for a home like this is a pretty remarkable result. And obviously that is testament to you doing all of the work yourself. So congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And now that the home is complete, what's next for you both?
There's a couple things that I know what I want to do, and it's kind of like I'm trying to convince her to do it too.
Go on, what is it?
I'd really like to build a suspension bridge from that deck to this deck. And the reason why is because I built that deck over there to have a counterbalance so I can hook onto that thing and be able to have that bridge accessed over here.
And then ideally, he'd like to build like a landing and zip line down to the bottom of the property. And
Why
because
not?
he's just a big kid
It's
at heart.
it's
Не
doable.
показывает.
Look at it. I can see how, because I've done a couple zip lines already, and I know it could be done really easy.
Well, now that the work in the home is done, I guess
Странно.
this is time just to do the playful
Вроде
stuff,
все
right?
настроил, я должен
Yes,
типа перезапустить
absolutely.
стрим
You've
для
done the
этого
hard
или как?
work. Let's play a little bit.
I think what this has taught us about ourselves is that we can do things that are really, really hard, that if we do them together, we can definitely accomplish it.
Yeah.
Separate, it's really hard. When he got so sick and I didn't know, there was no way I could finish this, but you know, it's one reason we worked so hard together for him to get back to a healthy state, because we had goals. And so we know that life throws you curveballs, but just go with it, find the joy in the moment. You know, adventure awaits around every corner. Choose joy, live outside the box, color outside the lines,
Definitely be positive.
be positive, be a little sassy,
Stay positive.
be different. It's okay to be
Yeah.
different.
And we are different. We're living in a shipping container.
Yes.
You know.
It's
And
okay
not
to
too
be
many people can
different.
say that, you know.
Yeah. But we have made this shipping container our home.
Yeah.
Well, this home really is just incredible. I love the style, I love the uniqueness of it, and I think you have both created a really special place here. Thank you so
Hey,
much for
thank
sharing
you.
it with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Jamie and Dave had to
Ну
move
да, в
through
этом
some
ничего такого.
incredible challenges in order to make this build a reality, but they did, and the result is a home which is beautiful, artistic, unique, and which has really brought them both so much closer together. They set out with a goal to become mortgage-free, and here they've accomplished that and so much more.
Ну, вообще выглядит, конечно, nice. Debt-free living. Мне теперь стало интересно. Хочу посмотреть еще что-нибудь из этого. Вот что бывает, когда у тебя не премиум аккаунт Ютуба. Так в том-то и фишка, вот у меня стоял, я сейчас поменял на английский, потому что я почти не смотрю русские видосики. А есть какие-нибудь специальные сайты, которые там на русском? Ну, типа, где можно посмотреть фильмы, которые там, типа, не забанят или тому подобное, или какие-то сайты. Давай, кстати, посмотрим с тобой сейчас. Ну, там авторские права и тому подобные вещи. Чё нет? Чё узнаем? Ну, вон, видишь, copyright claims и stuff. Ну, типа, если Netflix. Так что ща я тебе открою глаза. Это только Prime Subscription. Вон, видишь, типа, нельзя. Так что... Почему Twitch позволяет смотреть фильмы? Хм. Короче, опять, если, типа... Если, типа, стримишь, типа, на русском или из России, то там опять... Типа, если не записываешь трансляцию, то можно. Да-да-да. Если что, то CV отправляем туда. Мгм. В общем, да, ну, может быть, она и более лояльная, но опять же, если жалуются, то тебя тогда могут забанить. Хм. Так в том-то и прикол, что я сейчас и на Ютубе тоже. И на Ютубе, и на миксере. По идее, поэтому... Ну, типа, это just chatting называется, я так понимаю, да? Или есть еще какая-то специальная категория? Ну да. Это все в записи какие-то. Темки.
Surprised that there was a lot of people moving out.
Назвали. Оу, POE только смотрится, прикинь. Мне нравится эта игрушка. Корейцы. Китайцы. Чего за сезон новый? Новый сезон Твича? Ну, короче, фильмы особо никто не смотрит. А, ну да, я в курсе, я играл немножко в эту тему. Хм. Я понял, надо, короче, ставить корейский и типа... И все будет счастье просто. Потому что тут вон как они, блин, налеплены. Ставишь еще типа на аниме в хэштеге и вообще огонь. Просто становишься лучшим. Я вчера, кстати, у меня был рекорд. У меня было... Сколько? 8? 8 человек, ты чё? Целых пару минут. Просто вот что ты можешь... Я бы подключился. Просто посмотри на это. Странно, знаешь что? Почему... а, Почему мне не показывает чат-бокс, хотя я его подключил? Ты думаешь, мне надо перезагрузить Streamlabs? Казалось бы, никто из русских вообще тут не стримит. Ну, типа, я видел только пару-тройку человек. Ясно, понятно. Да, реально. Не, ну хотел, типа, топчик со всеми сравнить и все такое. Сейчас тут такая жесть начнется. Просто чел хавает. Кто это вообще такой? Social eating. Ну да, их немного, и у них... И у них как бы вьюеров вообще по минимуму. Поэтому вот я хз, вроде как бы это и классно, но с другой стороны ты тут не наберешь особо людей, просто тупо потому, что их мало смотрят. Хм. Нет, ну понятно, что немного, но я к тому, что если, например, мы наберем... Ну, такое... Пытаешься подбодрить, я тебя понял, я тебя услышал. Мы сегодня с Максом катку катали, и утром у меня так пригорело, что просто жесть. Я не хотел ничего делать. Вот набираем English и просто тут... Да на English тоже, кстати, фигня. Все корейцы заполонили. Жесть. Discord. Блин, мне его вообще скачать надо так-то, по-хорошему. Если уж на то пошло. Ну, давай. Я, честно говоря, вообще не вижу прикола в этом Дискорде. Ну, давай попробуем. Не знаю, что он дает на самом деле. Я пока посмотрю, как тут домики делают. Добыл, да удалил. Смотри, сейчас тут все появится. Сейчас буду устанавливать лайв. Делаем это лайв. Я тебя понял. Так, окей. Я так полагаю, мне нужно джойнить сервер. Ты мне скинь вообще, куда мне подключаться там или чё? Скинь еще раз, я пропустил ссылку. Я обновил страницу, у меня все стерлось. Ну, окей. Так, ты тут у нас кто? Ты тут у нас админ или чё? Или типа батька или не батька? И как вообще это работает? Mountains or hills? Давай, я пока попробую что-то настроить, потому что... Так себе, вообще меня должно быть слышно. Окей, настроил. Ну, такое.
So many of us have a dream of living debt. so many of
I will have nice sounds, you know. No, don't be. Yeah, that's actually funny. I'm saying I will have like, you know, funny sounds. Ну.
Hi there, my name's Kicker Kolazzi, and this
Ну. Вообще должен был настроить. Но только не знаю, как тут зайти. Вот General, я тебя вижу само. Ну, тебя я вижу. Что я тут должен делать? Потому что у меня Discord был давным-давно. Ну, тыкаю. Во. Ну, теперь ты должен меня слышать.
Здорово.
Здорово.
Все, наконец-то мне не придется писать в чатик.
Ну, теперь у меня мертвый чат. Я даже не знаю, хорошо это или плохо.
Ну, может, тут кто-то зайдет, будет писать.
Ну, не знаю, что-то сегодня первый раз стримлю утром, и толку, честно говоря, никакого. Не вижу. Ну, там чел
Ну-
в чате написал на ютубе, но я туда не смотрел, поэтому.
Надо контент создавать.
Контент? Куда еще больше контента? Да не, на самом деле, это, конечно, классно. Надо подумать, я сегодня пытался настроить Facebook, но на Фейсбуке они хотят, чтобы ты, типа, эксклюзивно стримил.
Ну да, ты не можешь стримить везде,
Мгм.
только на Facebook. И там, типа, ты не через OBS, а просто через Facebook стримишь.
Ну, это как бы лажа. С другой стороны, ребята смогут посмотреть в
Ну
офисе.
да.
Ну и донатить там, наверное, тоже, да, нету такого момента. Я,
Ну,
правда,
ты можешь оставить линки на свои эти кошельки, там, PayPal, или просто карту скинуть, типа,
Ну
донатить.
да.
Или вот эти старые, ну, эти, то, что
Мгм.
фейсбуковские.
Ну, ты себя нормально чувствуешь?
Ну, уже получше, да. Я в 2 дня башка раскалывалась дико сильно, сейчас уже нормально.
А что ты принимал? Потому что у меня у девчонки такая тема.
Мне выписали бисептол, флубин, сопли, ну, это, блядь, капли
Мгм.
от насморка, конфетки от горла, и сейчас Нимесил.